What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Cole McDonald, quarterback out of Hawaii. This may be the last quarterback I actually do of this draft class. Maybe if someone really impresses at the combine or something like that, I might take a look at him. But I think I'm going to be switching positions after this guy. Probably going to move to defensive line. It's probably going to be either offense or defensive line, but probably defense. Before we get into the film, I just want to look at his size and stats. He's 6'4" and 220 pounds, so his size is absolutely fine. It's pretty ideal. As far as his actual stats, he's got 4,135 yards passing, 33 passing touchdowns, and 14 picks. And rushing, he had almost 400 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. So he is a very mobile quarterback, and that is going to help him. But as you'll see, there is some. I got some issues with him a little bit. But let's just go ahead and get into this. This is the original video channel, so I'll put that in the link in the description of my video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I do not like his mechanics. Like, I want to start off by saying that. I do not like his throwing mechanics at all. Let me slow it down a little bit real quick. Because that's the first thing. So, right here, he throws with a narrow base. He kind of has a whip-like motion. And I don't like that motion, especially like if you don't have a really, really good arm. His arm strength is fine. Don't get me wrong. His arm strength is just fine. But I just don't like those mechanics. He's got to widen that base a little bit. It'll give him more accuracy. And he does struggle with accuracy. But, man. I mean, he makes a pretty good throw here. But that's just what I wanted to show right now is his mechanics, because that's what's throwing him off a lot. It's not the only thing. I'll get into it when I start talking about his deep ball. But yeah, let me I do have timestamps next to me, by the way, like I always do. So right here, show off his arm strength a little bit. Good throw. Probably could have thrown that a little bit higher, because that could have been picked. The NFL, that probably would have been picked. But, yeah, good throw. Shows off his arm strength a little bit there. But, yeah. 158. Okay, that works. 159. Yeah. This one doesn't get picked off, but he threw it in a double coverage, and I just want to point that out. And this is one of the things I am really worried about with this guy is it's his decision-making and his inconsistent accuracy. I mean, he makes these types of throws a lot. I think I said he had, 16 interceptions? Right? 14, whatever. But it should be a lot more than that. I want to state that. I mean, he's playing at Hawaii, so the competition is pretty low. But, man, I just don't think he should. He makes these type of throws a lot, throwing into double coverage, and in the NFL, that's going to get picked off a lot more. Luckily, he's playing against teams like BYU. I don't know what this play is. It's actually not a timestamp, but I'll show it. Cool. Threw it to a wide open receiver. Cool. 219. Yeah. Shows a little bit of power there. That's something to note. He does have some power. Also, I don't know if I have any fans of Hawaii or people that have watched a lot of Hawaii games. Who's number 7? This running back is huge, and I'm just curious. Is that a fullback? I hope that's a fullback because he's massive. But, okay, next timestamp, 2:33. Again, showing off the inconsistent accuracy. And what shows its face again? The mechanics. Throwing with a really narrow base. He didn't set his feet, didn't use his legs to help drive that ball. And that really throws off your accuracy. But also, I think one thing with him too, yeah, you can really see the narrow base now. But I think that Cole McDonald does this thing, and I really don't like it unless you're throwing to like a really big receiver. When he's throwing the deep ball, he's throwing it to a spot instead of throwing it to a receiver. Basically, what I mean by that is like when he sees a receiver open, he's not throwing to him. He's just going to throw it to a spot and hope his receiver can go make a play. If you've got someone like Des Bryant in his prime or like Calvin Johnson in his prime, Julio Jones now, something like that, okay, I get it. But, man, you need to throw to the man a little bit too, because like if you're throwing to a smaller receiver, you don't want to be doing that. And also, it leads to a lot of overthrows and underthrows. And in the league, that's going to be interceptions. So, not a fan of that at all. So, 303. It's a good throw. I could nitpick it. And I guess I'm gonna because I already started the sentence. But again, narrow base, but I mean he throws it decently accurate, especially under pressure. But if he would have he overthrew that a little bit. If he would have gotten it a little bit closer, there could have been some yak, and this could have been a touchdown. But still a pretty good throw, especially for him. But I guess I could show it from this angle. Next one, 447. I think did he drop this ball? No, he did pick it up. He did pick him off. But really, whether he actually caught that or not really didn't matter because this is a bad decision just in general. There was 2 defenders here. This is very tight coverage. This is interception all over it. You can't do that, man. He's basically triple covered. This is the type of thing that is really concerning for me when it comes to Cole McDonald. The accuracy, it's inconsistent, yeah, but the decision making is yeah, 527. Good throw. Because I don't want this to just... I think they show it from another angle. Yes, they do. Nice little route. He was pretty open, but he was able to throw it exactly where he should. I just don't want this to be all negative. And that's one of those flashes of accuracy that I've mentioned. Like, he does make some good throws on occasion. It's just really inconsistent, as I'm about to show. Overthrew him. And not only did he overthrow him, but this was like almost double coverage, so he needed to have like perfect accuracy. Because he had the safety coming in on him. And I got one more play I want to show. 657. This is a good one. Well, at least a good thing to see. That shows a little bit of his athleticism. He didn't really show off a whole lot in this game, but he's actually pretty athletic. I will be interested to see what his 40 time is, but the end of this is where I'm really happy because he did show some acceleration there. He accelerated pretty quickly. You can see that he's got some wheels to him, but that slide, that's a perfect slide. That's going to protect him. That's something that, like I mentioned in the Joe Burrow video, that I really wish Joe Burrow would do. But, yeah, I mean, I guess Cole McDonald can say he's better at something than Joe Burrow. Not quarterback, but something. Yeah, anyway. Gonna go over some of my overall thoughts on him before I end this video, because that's the last play I was going to show as far as film goes. As I showed, I don't like his mechanics. He's got a very long, wind-up whip type motion, and I'm not a fan. And he also throws out of a pretty narrow base. Throws the ball into tight coverage a lot, and a lot of the balls that weren't picked off in college, they will be picked off in the NFL. His arm strength is fine. Needs to throw with his legs more. Needs to really widen that base. He's pretty athletic. Not super fast, but he can get the job done with his legs. Ball placement really, really needs work. He's shown flashes of accuracy, but it's really, really inconsistent. Mechanics are just straight up bad, as I mentioned. I mentioned my problem with his deep balls. He just throws it to a spot instead of a receiver, and I'm not a fan of that. He can throw on the move pretty decently, but it does throw off his accuracy. As I mentioned, he played for Hawaii, so he really didn't play against that much good competition. I actually had some hard time finding a lot of film on this guy. He will take what defenses give him, though. That's the one good thing. He does make some bad decisions, but he isn't afraid of making checkdowns at times. That's one positive I will give him. He slides pretty well, as I mentioned, his accuracy. The last thing, because he is athletic and he does struggle at quarterback, he's probably going to be asked to change positions. And this is a case where I think he maybe should actually consider it. Maybe like a slot receiver or something like that. Try to work for that. I mean, if he really wants to try a quarterback, all power to you, but I'm not really a fan. I'm going to be honest. I mean, maybe if you draft him in like the 6th, 7th round, something like that, you might be able to work with him. You might be able to get like a really good quarterback coach to help with his decision-making and his mechanics, but as of right now, I'm not really a big fan of Cole McDonald. I'm going to be honest. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.